Hello and welcome to the New Japan Pro Wrestling official English podcast. It is myself, Chris Charlton, and today we are joined in our, what should we call this? Our half-term, the half-term sessions.
I guess it's a bit of a half-term break, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it is, yeah.
Have you been taking it?
It feels weird a little bit. It does feel a little bit strange just because I feel like I should be wrestling. I should be doing something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a bit strange. But I won't lie and say I'm not enjoying having a little bit of time off to rest and nagging injuries. But I won't lie and say that I was really looking forward to getting back in the ring with Shingo again. So it's just there's some thoughts of being like, oh, I'm a little bit upset, but there's some other points where I'm like, but I'm enjoying the rest.
Yeah, because it was literally the day after we announced all this stuff for the New Japan Cup, and we're gonna have the busiest March ever.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, everything changed.
The world has just come to a bit of a standstill.
It's wild, kind of unprecedented. You haven't had anything in your career even before now, cancel on this kind of state.
No, we had, my first tour was the, I want to say the Don Taku tour, because obviously I'd done the match at Kushida.
Yeah.
And then I was meant to do the Don Taku tour, and I think in 2016 there was an earthquake, a really bad one, and they knocked out the first week of the tour, so instead they brought me out literally for 4 shows or something along those lines. So my theory was just this is easy, coming out to do it, but no, it's
that was Kumamoto, wasn't it? And
yes, that was it. I remember actually Naito, when he won the Intercontinental title a little while ago, he actually mentioned something about there was an earthquake that shocked this place, and there was a lot of tragedy. So it was a bit strange. I thought. I don't know, because obviously I'm from England, obviously so are you, never experienced any earthquakes or anything along those lines in England. When they come to Japan, they're quite a regular thing, but I guess that one was a really bad one.
Yeah, and nothing to this weird virus situation.
So, New Japan, and to be fair, everyone in the world has done the right thing of being a little bit precautious. It's better just to be on the safe side, I think. But it just feels weird. I feel like I should be wrestling and I'm not.
Yeah, right.
I've psyched myself up and everything.
You were going to have Shingo this weekend, I guess.
March 8th was the... There you go. It's approaching.
Saturday.
It's approaching. We've got 2 days. 2 days is meant to be me and Shingo. We could meet up for a game of chess or something along those lines.
I think that would be great, wouldn't it?
Not as exciting. If we just did all the New Japan first round matches, game of chess or Connect 4.
Yeah, Connect
Monopoly.
4.
That's a good way of knocking out the first round.
right.
Because I honestly I don't know. It's I would hate to be the guys in charge of this right now because they just must be racking their brains. But whatever they come up with, we're still going to knock it out of the park.
Oh yeah. And I think if anything good comes out of it, it's drawing up those contingencies, right? And now we know if something like this happens again, we have a procedure, we have a system.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
I always think as well, because a lot of people have now that New Japan has gone under this okay, we can't wrestle in Japan right now, and it's not just us, it's every company in Japan. It's we're not wrestling. A lot of Western companies have obviously upped their I'm trying to think of the right word, but have upped the level now. So then when New Japan does come back, I think we've got to have a fire about us to be right, come on, we'll show you who the best wrestlers in the world are.
Yeah, right. It must be, it's frustrating all the way around, right? See other people do stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is just a lot of people will always be there's no such thing as competition. And no, they are right. But, we do want people to be who are the best wrestlers in the world? And I still believe in my heart of hearts that New Japan hold that very dear. So I almost want this thing to just hurry itself up. But I don't I want people to be safe, but I want to wrestle again. I want to wrestle, and I want to feel that energy from the people, and I want to just be bam, we're the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah. Shingo though, somewhere.
It will happen again. There's too much of just a want for it, but not just from fans, but from the pair of us as well. I want to prove that it's not a fluke. I think Shingo wants to prove that it was a fluke, and I think all the fans want another classic Shingo and Ospreay match. I mean, it would have been the second time it's ever happened. That's the first time me and Shingo were in the ring together. It was the first time we've ever been in the ring together. Like, we've never had any feeling out process. There's never been any tag matches. That was the first time we've ever been in a ring, and I think people want to know what happened round 2. And it's in round 1 in the New Japan Cup.
In the New Japan Cup, yeah. And you're both kind of different now, in the intervening year. You're both now officially heavyweights.
Both official heavyweights now. Especially, like, now, I've upped my weight so much. Like, especially recently. Like, I weighed myself this morning. I'm just over 95 kilos now. Like, so, like, I'm still not in the bracket of the heavyweight division, but, like, I'm wanting to be a participant in the heavyweight division.
Right. Are there times where you're over 100 keys and then you...
Yeah, time, like, I dip and dive all the time, but, like, this is, like, because I haven't done that much, because the New Beginning tour, I actually hurt myself a little bit, so, like, I was kind of, like, not working out as hard and not eating as much, because when we're on the road, it's very difficult. But, like, as soon as I've come off it, my weight has just increased, like, rapidly. I think I've got one of those cool genetics where I can put on weight and take it off very easily.
Yeah.
So by the time we get back on the road, I think I'll be back to 100.
I think Tokyo Sports were running sporadic check-ins on Tanahashi's cut. It's because he was putting on a kilo every day, basically.
Really?
Yeah, like a ridiculous amount. Like, he was bulking after Tokyo Dome. And so then, during Fantasticmania, he was trying to hold it in for a time. You used to get, like, the candid snaps of his Tanahashi exhaling, like
pregnant belly.
And so now I just saw today, there was, like, this article on, Tanahashi's now his cut, and he's, saying he's in the best shape of his life. And he's not wrestling, It's so frustrating, but
it's frustrating, but, like, dude, you sometimes forget how much wrestling does, like, consume your life. Like, sometimes you are so bad you can't work out, and sometimes you're so focused on training that you don't eat. It's just like, it's a mix of those things, but when you come away from it, that's your time to really put the nutritions, protein back into your body to repair any of the damage. And, like, I will say, like, New Beginning, and even up to the match with Zach in England, I was carrying a lower back injury. Like, my left side just completely seized up. I don't know. I think my style, where I've put on weight as well, and my style hasn't changed. I do think my body has, like, kind of been like, oh, what are you doing? Like, and kind of, like, seized up and, like, freaked out. But, like, having the time off now just to repair, stretch out, like, yoga, put more nutrition in my body, try out different workouts. And honestly, these last 5 days, I've just been hitting the gym and eating so much, and, like, I've just put on a rapid amount of weight, but good weight.
Yeah, and it must be just weird to get past being off and not being on the road and not having matches. Is this like maybe, like, some of the longest time off you've had?
Longest time off without any serious injury. The longest time off I had was back in October 2018.
Oh yeah.
When I was meant to challenge Taichi for the Never Openweight title, but I ended up breaking my ribs in England having a match at Rev Pro, and it was my own stupid fault. I went for the Pele kick and just landed on my head, and I think it was the same thing. It's a mixture of, like, exhaustion and where my body put on so much weight. And I folded up, and, like, it's no different how I normally fold up. Yeah, it sucks, but it shouldn't suck this much.
Yeah.
And as soon as I folded up, I felt like my ribs just, like, I just felt this pop, and I couldn't breathe. So scared. I remember Ishii, like, as soon as I came back as well, I was like, I collapsed backstage, and Ishii walked past, and he was about to go do his heavyweight title match, and he just wants to check on me, but he's like, no, I've got to go wrestle. Like, bless him. Ishii's a sweetheart. He does look after the boys.
Right. It's a persistent theme, like, sweetheart, is she?
He is a sweetheart. He's lovely.
Yeah. Managing that time as well. So you had time off with the injury, October 2018, and now you're having, like, this time off while you're in Japan as well, which is maybe, like, the first time since you moved here, where it's like, oh,
yeah, like proper time off. Yeah. I mean, there was also World Tag League as well because I wasn't on that, but like, I wouldn't even say that was really time off. I was still doing stuff. I was still doing vignettes. I was still doing filming stuff and ready for like the build up for Wrestle Kingdom. So, and like, even just little things like you don't think it takes up a lot of your time, but it really does, like costume designing and stuff like that because I want to look like a damn sex god. So, but yeah, this is just strange for me. It's just like, because I know I should be wrestling. I'm not hurt. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm ready to go, but it's kind of like the world has actually come to a complete standstill.
How's life been in Tokyo?
I've actually been really enjoying myself. I moved here in June.
Yeah.
So that would have been literally just after Dominion. All of you guys were doing Kazuna Road. And I decided, because we was going to do the Australian show.
Yes.
And for the love of God, I am not doing that flight ever again from England to Australia. I'm not doing it. Like, I've done it how many times in my life? 4 times in my life. Yeah. And I'm not doing it again. It was way too much. It's just 23 hours on a plane. Like, it's just, you lose your mind. So I wanted to come over earlier for that. So I was able to move in. So like just having like just a mattress in this apartment. And people forget as well, like I have a mortgage at home in England. I had my whole life set up in England, but I saw an opportunity to really like take a ball and run with it. Like, especially thinking to myself as like, okay, like start of the year I was the never openweight champion. And that's, I think I started to believe in myself a little bit, like, oh God, I think I can actually do this. I think I can take the ball and run with it. Because like, that was a huge win for me. That was Ibushi. It was like, that's one of my dream matches. And then after the New Japan Cup, and I came close to beating Okada. And then it was round about Wrestling Dontaku time that me and B started having a chat together about moving here, because our main line of work operates out here. So once we found a place, we got it straight away. We moved in June, and then from there it's just been go, go, go.
Yeah.
Like, I was so happy to make that announcement in the Super Juniors, like, especially because I was practicing what I said as well for ages, and I kept getting it wrong, and I was just like, okay, take a breath, say it correctly.
Yeah. You got to. Have you been studying? How's your Japanese going?
A little bit, but like I'm still like, dude, I can barely speak English. Like, it's hard, but I'm enjoying it a little bit more now, just because like I've got a little app on my phone, so that kind of helps a little bit, so I can. It's more just words though. Like I want to achieve. I don't know, like within the next year or something like that, is I want to have a full-on conversation in Japanese. That's what I generally want to achieve, but I can barely have one in English. Like, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch.
Right.
But no, man, Japan life has been wonderful. I'm very blessed to actually have my missus with me, just because sometimes as a foreigner, I do know a lot of guys can feel lonely at times. So it's just like, we just have all friends in different areas and different promotions, but like every time we're like bored or lonely or anything like this, we just all drop each other a message in a big old group chat. Want to go play darts? Hell yeah, let's go play darts.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with this Together project that's going on with New Japan World now. It says, well, we're here. we might as well
do something.
Make content, so a lot of good stuff has come from that. NJPWWorld.com. Did you happen to witness the Hiromu and Naito?
No, I saw clips, but like, to be honest, like I honestly didn't know what it was even about. Because obviously it was meant for the match on March 3rd, the anniversary show. It hasn't happened. Would have been a blinder. We all know it.
Yeah.
But so what happened? What was it?
It was a substitute basically for that. So they said, we're going to have a talk session to make up for the fact that we're not having the match.
Remember saying anything controversial? He normally does.
Well, if the audience were to sync your browsers here, we'll do a quick watch along reaction style to this instant where so Hiromu doesn't show up for the first 7 minutes of this thing,
which is weird.
So everything seems pretty sensible for this time. Because Naito's just saying, I hope we're going to entertain the people, instead of worrying about the virus going around and this and that. And this. At this point here,
does it have like English subtitles or anything?
It will do by the time the people listen to this.
Okay, so
but it doesn't have it yet. You go to around what we at 7 minutes 48.
Okay, well that's 7 minutes what 48.
40, yeah, around about there.
36.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So right now, Naito's just realised that Hiromu is not around at this point, and is asking whether he's behind the table at this point. This juncture.
Have a look under the table. Oh, there he is. Oh, hello, handsome. What is he doing?
Cutting a promo on the coronavirus.
We got an email. We're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, right.
Naito's cracking. Oh.
This is kind of a healthy, wash your hands and gargle.
Has it got a little song? Safety. Oh my god. Where did you get this guy from?
This basically goes on for about 2 hours. There was a part where he decided he could turn himself invisible.
What?
So
He's
absolutely.
But ridiculous. I love him. He makes me laugh.
Absolutely ridiculous. But there's nobody quite like him.
No, and I think that's a good thing, to be honest, because we need some guys to rock the boat every now and again. We need some guys to scare.
Well, and I think as well,
there's a lovable thing about him.
It's a nice. Where something good can come from this is that while we're not wrestling, or while you guys aren't wrestling, it's a chance for everybody to show something more
some
to,
humanity.
Right, show more to themselves. And we have the backstage comments, which are good, but this is now, well, hey, here's 2 hours, what can you do with it?
Yeah, you got 2 hours to what we're going to do. Yeah, and to be fair, you guys have done the best idea. For Western fans, I think we need to do something as well for the Western market as well, because obviously I have no idea what he just said. Sure. Thankfully, you're here to tell me that it was safety, wash your hands.
Yeah.
So he's got that all down. I even saw people on TikTok. I can't believe you're saying that. I hate TikTok so much. But people are doing that dance thing where it's there's a song going around saying wash, 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 and they're doing dance moves to it and stuff like that. And I'm just god damn, that's funny, but it is one of these things now. I am Western fans obviously want to see some stuff as well. So that's why I was thinking. Maybe I'll do a video diary. Maybe I'll do something just to see, hey, this is what a foreigner does in Japan.
Let's sort of bounce this stuff around, yeah. And I think even after this situation, we're going to have more content soon. So
but that's the thing. Is just
excited.
Do you know what? I even just saying to you, I'm just along the lines, just I'm not happy that we have time off, but I am, because at the end of it, a lot of people in the Western area now have stepped their game up. Even in the UK, they've stepped their game up, and like they've seen an opening where New Japan have got no wrestling right now, so they've gone like, well, look, we're really good at wrestling. So it's just like, yep, you guys do that and show it, and you know what, we all support you and we're all real happy for you, but we are gonna come back and we're gonna show everybody that New Japan has the best wrestling in the world. So like, I'm just really looking forward to the moment we get back into it. Whatever happens, I don't know what is going to happen, like with the New Japan Cup, but like whatever happens, we're still going to put on quality matches. We're still going to blow it out the water.
Yeah. What else? Oh. It's an important request from Mr. Doose Robinson that came in.
Oh, what, for me?
For you.
Oh no, this is going to be bad now. I can feel it. It's going to be like, stop taking photos naked, or stop
sending me photos naked.
Stop doing this, stop doing that. It's going to be a complaint of some sort, because as much as he loves me, he's just like, wow, stop it.
Stop it. If the people listen to the last podcast, they would know Doose Robinson's request. So please say the word avocado.
I don't say it weird. It's just avocado. Like
you do though.
How do you say it?
That? Avocado. But for someone that because you're normally very Essex.
Yeah.
Right. But avocado sounds like more upper class.
I'm not upper class. I'm not. Everyone says like it's dancing as well. Like, how do you say it?
Dancing. Yeah, dancing. But I say dancing because I'm Cambridge.
Yeah, but
I would expect you to say dancing, right?
Dancing.
Well, going dancing. Well, that's all right.
I'm a dancer.
I'm a dancer.
But like, I think it's the low bit on the dance.
Yeah, right. It's quite affectatious, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
you always, every time I was just like, he goes, oh, what did you do today? Well, I went, oh, not bad. Went to the gym and I got myself an avocado burger. And he just pops. He's like, I love the way you say avocado. It's not just him as well. It's all the boys. They take the piss out of how I talk.
Right. Yeah, I also appreciate how your impression of Doose Robinson makes him sound like Grover.
But everyone does. If you go to anyone and be like, "Oh, do a Doose Robinson impression," it's like, right. It's
a little bit throaty.
Yeah, it's very throaty.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know what his real voice is. Come on, baby. It's like we've never heard Doose talk normally.
Yeah, or maybe you have, or maybe you haven't. But you just
I don't know.
You don't know.
I never do know.
Yeah.
But Doose is a good dude. He's just such a nice guy, and he's always very caring as well. So that's what I like about him. And I actually admire Deuce's story, like him being in NXT, and, like unsatisfied there, left on his own terms, coming here, and started from the complete ground zero, wanting to be with the Young Lions. Like, dude, I just admire that dude. I think, and he's funny, he's lovable, he's got a big heart on him. He always makes the boys laugh. But just stop taking the piss out of me and the way I talk. I'm growing up now. I'm a big boy.
Yeah. But Doose sort of taking his own path, kind of reminds me of, a conversation we had in the office when Marty showed up in,
Best Super Genius.
No, in North Carolina during the new beginning.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't there. How'd that go?
Yeah. Well,
you weren't there, you was with us.
Here. But, so when that happened, we were having this conversation in the office, over in our department. And, the words that kind of, what specifically came to me was like, you British people are a bit weird, aren't you? In terms of Marty made a very unconventional decision, perhaps, and he's decided to take this crazy opportunity, and he's doing like amazing things, kind of really everywhere, right?
Yeah, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies, we could say.
There's a lot in pies.
I love pie.
Including in New Japan, right?
Yes.
And then Zach as well. At one point worked in WWE and
for the Cruiserweight Classic, yeah.
And decided to make his home here. You've decided to make your home here. And even in terms of office stuff, He's like, I'm British and I'm here. We have another British person, and he's, and so like the question came up: what does is there something about New Japan that specifically appeals to a British mindset?
Oh, that's a very good question. For me, it's just like, so I come from a very like hardworking family. For me, it's just like we're British slang, like grafters. Like we're guys that like to put in a shift. We guys that like to work, especially if we enjoy the work we're in. And my dad's an electrician, right? He loves it. For some strange, I don't know. Like I've tried to be with my dad doing his electrician stuff. Like before I was wrestling, I blew up so many people's kitchens. We've already had this conversation.
Yeah.
But like, and my mum was a drama producer, so she would do shows in the West End and Queen's Theatre and sell out. And she's just such a workhorse when it comes to putting on shows and stuff like that. And as much as I loved being a dancer, there it is again, and as much as I liked working with my dad, I never say I enjoyed it, but like I did enjoy performing in front of people, but I just didn't enjoy pantomimes. Like but I liked putting on a persona. I liked acting. And then when I started breaking through the independents and I caught the eye, I always remember it was like October time, 2015, when obviously I faced Okada, and Office gave me the option of coming to do the best Super Juniors, but that was it. Like, that was the only thing I had on the table. And then the month after, WWE got in contact with me, and then the month after that, Impact Wrestling got in contact with me, and I had these 3 options of where I wanted to go. And I've always wanted to wrestle in Japan because I like the style, and more importantly, I see more people putting in a shift, and like I feel people learn and become better pro wrestlers being mixed in with the best wrestlers in the world from Japan. And like the idea of being like underneath Okada's tutelage and just picking his mind and picking where he does stuff and just like watching on a monitor and like watching him in training, like it intrigues me. So that was the route I went to. And I think for me, being from that working class family and being just like one of these people who everything they've ever earned is from working. So for me, it was just along the lines of I want to work. I'm not afraid of hard work. And New Japan seemed like the hardest option. It's a lot of creative freedom that I get to just be whoever I want to be. And I get to do it on a big scale with the best wrestlers in the world. And at the time, like, Ricochet was here, Matt Sydal was here, the Young Bucks are here, Kenny was here. Like, there were so many great minds to pick from. And I've picked as much as I can from everybody and to learn and to graft. And now, like, I feel like I'm just enjoying grafting and showing my art form as like a complete package. But and you know what? It makes me laugh now. It's just like I don't feel like I am complete. I feel like there is stuff still missing that I'm still trying to find within myself, but I don't think I'm going to find it anywhere else. I think I'm going to find it here.
Right. Cool. One thing we haven't talked about, or since, well, not since last time we spoke actually, because it was on the last tour. Speaking of British people in New Japan, Gabe Kidd as well.
Oh yeah, he's doing real good. Like I've met him a couple of times, but I remember his recent stuff was a recent memory that I have, or the furthest back memory, sorry, was when he was working a company called WCPW/Defiant. That's where I first met him, I think. Probably not, maybe Southside. But like I would watch him there and just to like see him there and like not really knowing what he wanted to do, but he still had ability and he had talent. And then to him like get good but still not really be satisfied with it and just be like, no, you know what, I want to start all over again. And he went under Shibata's tutelage. Coming here, it's just like I'm very happy for him. And he was another guy actually we went out with as well for a couple of drinks, like look after him. Because I give a fuck about Dave. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I just swore. Sauce. I care about Gabe. To be honest, I care about anyone that comes through this because I just care about New Japan and I care about taking it so much more further than it can be. And just I want people to want to work here and I want people to want to be grafters. Now, I'm not afraid of hard work. And do you know what? I don't think anyone here is afraid of hard work. I just think right now there are a lot of options and easy options right now. And I think it is just, do I want an easy payday or do I want to work for my money? And it's like, I want to work and I want people to want to work and I want our backs are against the wall compared to the rest of the world. Our backs are against the wall in terms of the global market. But like, we're just a little island in Japan, but like, we sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and that's down to hard work. Admittedly, we had Ring of Honor's help, but this time around, like when we do it for Wrestle Dynasty, this is just all us. This is New Japan Pro Wrestling, just us, and we're going to deliver a Wrestle Kingdom style show. So that's the time now where it's just going to be, all right, let's put all the hard work and let's put it to the Western crowd.
Yeah, and speaking of, not right now as we're speaking, but by the time that people listen to this, there'll be that ticket information up right about now. Should be up about now. Yes, tickets are on sale early April. And you want to get on to NJPW1972.com. Tell you what, let's do this. If I go April the 8th for pre-sale, 10th for general. And now that's left me a bit. 8th for pre-sale, 10th for general.
There's a different voice though.
yeah. Get Juice just to record us. 8th for pre-sale, 10th for general. Who is Doose Robinson turning to? Yeah, they'll be on sale. So you've got like just about, I think they left just about a month in the schedule between us announcing and then the tickets actually being on sale.
Yeah.
So that gives you a month to scrape together all the pennies in your piggy bank to get a ticket to Wrestle Dynasty.
Dynasty. It's got to be Dynasty.
Dynasty.
It's proper. I don't know. It might just be a British thing as well, but I think that's an American way of saying it. Dynasty.
It is, yeah. It's an American way of saying it.
But we English say it dynasty or British.
In theory, but you say Dynasty.
I say Dynasty.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there might be a generational thing. It's whatever TV you were exposed to, I imagine, right? As
probably
well.
so.
Yeah.
If you were making the card, like, let's just say it's going to be 6 matches.
6 matches.
Let's just say it's 6.
Short.
That's a pretty short card,
condensed.
especially for New Japan.
Right.
Normally we do about 9.
Yeah.
Let's just say 6.
Right.
Just say that. What have you got? Who are you going to match? Up? And everyone who's got a championship now still has that championship.
Right.
So, who you got?
You know,
and don't include me because then you're going to feel pressured to
because I feel bad to
Yeah,
put you in there. Let's see.
Who's opening?
Ooh. Who's open? You know what I would do?
I'll do Hiromu for sure.
In the opener?
Yeah. I'd have Hiromu open.
That's good, set the pace.
Yeah, because imagine just like music's playing, that VT comes, maybe a couple fireworks.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's like...
Yeah.
People just go
have
nuts and like, yeah!
That huge reaction.
Who's he face?
That's true. God, jeez.
I'd go ELP.
Hiromu and ELP would be good.
I think that'd be, or Ishimori actually, rematch from the Super Juniors, that'd be cool. Way to open.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to see, so this would be what has come and gone since then. So this would be after Osaka.
After Dominion.
And then after the Hokkaido tour. So.
Yes.
Because I would have thought, hey, one thing that Hiromu said, like, we're going to do this match, Hiromu versus Naito, at some point, but it has to be the right timing. I have to have thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
would you do it?
Light bulb for me, like, MSG seems like a pretty good place to do that.
You do Hiromu and Naito at MSG?
Hiromu versus Naito in the main event at MSG.
Oh God. That's not a bad idea as well, to be fair.
Why not? That'd
be actually quite mental. First time like a junior heavyweight has been in the main event as well of like a...
Yeah, right?
Wow, that'd actually be quite good.
Why not? Yeah, I think that would be good.
Groundbreaking.
But then, I wonder who do you think gets of the current roster?
Mm-hmm.
Who would get those like big, huge reactions? Because I kind of think
Ibushi and Tanahashi. Naito.
Naito. At this juncture would be in the main
obviously.
event. Okada,
Suzuki's another one. Suzuki's hugely popular with Western fans.
Yeah, right.
England's like people love him. Like he's they just want to see Suzuki beat the piss out of people. Like, we're such a violent crowd, England. Like, Suzuki, we want to see him beat the piss out of people. And I think it's the same for Americans. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, I always think of the music because I think music is so important as well. And just like the moment I hear someone's music, I just like, Liger's music was always the one. It always gives me goosebumps.
Iconic, yeah. Right.
And it, like, hairs just on my arms would just stand up all the time. Like, God, this is the man. Like, people, we always just like sometimes forget, but this is the man.
Yeah,
like,
and that's really, you know, it's a good point where you have like the coin drop for Okada.
Yeah.
That or the opening riff that you have, you know, that sort of even more than entrance music. It's the opening like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. You know, you have like the wins for Suzuki, you know, and like,
that violin, that dun, dun, dun,
right.
That's the thing, is I love Elevated. Just I always remember Madison Square Garden when we opened, and like I was out first. Obviously, before the Battle Royal and the Stardom 6-man tag or Women of Honor, whichever one it is. But I just remember just like, okay, I got to open. Probably half this crowd don't even know who I am. I just got to go in there and just try and impress. And the moment the music went dun 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 dun, and like the people just went yeah, and I just felt this gust of wind hit my face. I was just like, don't cry, go out.
Yeah.
I think that was cool. It was just like 16,000 people in there, and like maybe, I don't know, like 90% just knew who I was, and the other 10% I had to win over. And just the idea of just like, I never faced Jeff Cobb singles as well, so that was really cool for me. So that's the thing as well, like you keep forgetting Jeff Cobb's going to be here like now with New Japan Cup. He was here, like, and he's just such a good, like, you know, when he's in a match, like he's going to deliver. It's just like, making that card's going to be hard.
Yeah. No, that's why, you know, we don't have that job.
Thank God.
Yeah. You just kind of, I think, you know, it happens right around when people sort of fancy book the Tokyo Dome as well, or fancy book G1 spots. Like, well, okay, so I think I've got this and this and this, and then someone will say, oh, but what do you do with?
Yeah.
You know, what do you do with Shingo? What do you do with, you know, this guy? What do you do with Sanada?
Yeah.
You know, what do you do with Zach? You know, like all of that. It's
Sanada's music is actually quite good as well. No, that's not how you go. Because he goes.
Let's do that's let's do. Never mind the Buzzcocks, but
you know what, that'd be good if we have like a New Japan Games night. That would be fun.
Yeah, why not?
We'll do a games night. We'll play Monopoly. We've got some.
Monopoly's terrible, but like...
we'll put like a time limit on it. We'll do like a 90-minute time limit, and whoever's got the most property and most money is the winner.
But
like, we'll like every time we like land on something, like this is actually a game I was going to invent as well. It's just like every time we land on a property and someone's buy it, there's a question underneath it, and it's a question that you've got to answer. I mean, it could be a bad one, it could be a good one.
This is becoming more complicated by the second.
No, it's not. It's not.
Right. Monopoly's awful. Good grief. Yes. So that was a decent, because we were getting to plugs, weren't we? That's always a decent time to shut things off when conversation naturally turns to business. So yes, Wrestle Dynasty tickets are very, very, very soon on sale on April the
8th for pre-sale, 10th for general.
So please get your wallets ready for that. And
feast your eyes on the best pro wrestling in the world.
And that best pro wrestling in the world is very soon coming back.
Yeah.
So go to NJPW1972.com to check the schedule. NJPWworld.com for not just everything that is going to happen coming forward, but all of the stuff that's come out of the Together project. So that crazy Hiromu and Naito thing coming up. Lots of archival stuff with subtitles now.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So there was a really good, the Get Sports, which is a TV Asahi TV series.
Yes.
They followed Kazuchika Okada last year during the G1. And they put together an hour-long documentary. And they went, so you meet his family, you see what he does before the big matches. There you go, right? So yeah, really go check that out. I think it's called The True Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah, I need to wait around and watch that.
So
but it's got like English subtitles on it, right?
It does indeed. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And all sorts of other great stuff. New archival matches are going up. So lots of great content on njpwworld.com. Lots of great content on njpw1972.com, including this podcast. Will Ospreay is going to be wrestling soon again. And do anything. And we'll speak to you next time. Until next time, go kigenyo. Sayonara.